Hi, my name's Amanda Easton. I'm a performer, singer-songwriter from Sydney, Australia. I make retro-inspired theatrical electronic pop. But when I'm not doing my own music, I do cabaret, cover band gigs, solo gigs, tribute shows, recording sessions. Welcome to my Circle of Light vlog.
But I'll be watching you from here.
Hey, that was like an old-fashioned TV show where they start off, except it's usually a whole band and there's just me. How are you? Nice to see you. I'll play the rest of that song in a little while because I think it's practically 2020's theme song. If you didn't recognize it, it is Mad World. And you know the version, it's Tears for Fears, of course, and they had a 80s, very 80s synthy version in the 80s, but then later on it got used in a Donnie Darko film and it was more of a ballad, and that's the version that I like. I'm not the only one who probably had plans for 2020 and they're not happening. I mean, the one that sticks out for me is a trip to Fiji. And for those of you who don't live in Australia or nearby, Fiji is quite a common destination for we Aussies, for those looking for a little bit of paradise with palm trees and things like that. It's kind of a close and relatively inexpensive destination because, of course, being in Australia, it costs us an absolute bomb to go anywhere because we're so isolated. And, of course, there were musical plans, but in my case, they're not really stopping. The new album is going ahead. I'm still working on that. I'm still promoting the first album. And of course, one of the plans that changed for me this week, I was planning to if you joined me on the last live stream, I showed you a preview of one of the songs on Polaroids and Postcards, which is called Man Who Fell to Earth. And it's comes from my love of David Bowie and sci-fi. And this week I had planned to actually do that, to edit that video, and it's going to take me a long time because there's all sorts of fancy green screen stuff and I've been quite ambitious. It's got that sci-fi aspect to it which makes it a little bit tricky. But then I got a call from one of our local councils asking to do a live stream gig, and they want artists with original material, so you know, music that they actually have written themselves. And I know I sound surprised, but in my world, most of the living that I make is actually from doing shows and doing covers and that kind of thing, and that's totally understandable because people want music that they're familiar with and that, you know, they already have attachment to. So it can be quite difficult to get work doing your own material. And if you do, you generally have to set up the shows and the ticketing and the promotion and everything yourself. So it's not something that you can generally do every week, especially in a small audience like we have in Australia. Not that there are many gigs at all around anymore, mind you. Which brings me to the point too, how many people are sick of the word pivot? I don't know if it's an Australian thing. I mean, it's fair enough. When this all happened, everyone said, oh, businesses have to pivot. So restaurants that couldn't be open turned into doing takeaway or, you know, lunch kind of boxes and deliveries and that kind of thing. And of course it makes complete sense. It's just, you know how those words become marketing jargon and everyone says them. Well, I started to get really scared because I thought, I don't want to pivot. I like what I do already. And I thought, of course the recording thing continue, but since most of my living I make from doing live shows, I thought, okay, what am I going to pivot to? And I started thinking, people said, oh, you know, you could teach singing. And I've got so many friends and, you know, colleagues that are amazing singing teachers. And it's not just a matter of kind of clicking your fingers and being able to be a great singing teacher just because you can sing. It's a separate skill. And I don't know if that's what I'm passionate about. And I really started to think, if there are no gigs, what am I going to do? Bit of an existential crisis. And I know I'm not the only one. But, you know, just as I started to kind of get worried that that would happen, a whole lot of opportunities came in. You know, I'm writing music for some films, which I was doing anyway, some songs. And but more of that work came in. I sometimes write songs for people for events, love songs for people and that kind of stuff, and that's continued and grown. And now the live streaming thing has become a thing, the actual paid live streaming gigs, which is what the Canterbury Helston Council are doing. And if it's a gig that I can share with you, I will send the link. I'm not sure exactly what it entails yet, but it's a 40-minute original music set. And when I would say to Mum, it's really hard to write your own music and to get exposure for that and do gigs. And she said, but I don't understand. You make up the songs yourself. She always says make up the songs rather than write the songs, which I think is very cute. You make up the songs yourself. It's so much harder than just listening and learning another person's song. And then you have to record the song. And why don't you get paid more money for that? If it was only that easy, Mum. If you'll excuse my morning voice, I want to play this song. I actually did it at a live stream recently, but somebody requested it. So I'll give it another go because it's definitely 2020's theme song, I think.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world, mad world, mad world. Thanks, Simon. Mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good. Happy birthday, happy birthday. To fill the way that every child should sit and listen, sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. Hello teacher, tell me what's my lesson. Look right through me, look right through me. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world, mad world, mad world, mad world.
But I'm going to play you Letter to a Small Boy, which is from my Polaroids and Postcards mini album.
If I could teach you all the secrets that I've learned about the world, I would, and I would show you only goodness in the world, if I could. But don't be frightened of pain, We need it like the rain. It's there to help us to the other side. It's the times that are the hardest at first that can mean the most and make it all worthwhile. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can't put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more. You were born with such a handsome face, but that can't replace compassion and kindness. Make sure you look for all the beauty in the world around you. And inside people too, they'll give it back to you, and they're really all that matters in the end. Take this song to keep till later on. My love is in this song, so you're not alone. I write a letter to a small boy. You might not get it now, but maybe one day when I can't put my arms around you, these words will mean to you so much more.
Well, thank you very much for having me tonight. I hope to see you again soon, and keep safe, everybody. Thank you.